Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Second Tree Sports, and a pleasure to have you here live and in charge. So we have the countdown to green for the AMP Racing Series. Twitch. Much love to everybody. If you haven't checked out the channels, make sure you hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button, give a like to the stream, and let us earn it. It is a free way to support what we're doing. Today, we are live once again for a little Cup Series action, Nascar Cup Series action on Iracing, the platform for sim racing as things get ready to go green. Drivers completed their qualifying laps. They're out there giving themselves a little bit of extra time. Actually, we do have a few more drivers still qualifying out there. Let's take a look at what's going on out there on the racing surface. Here is what we're doing today. Nashville Super Speedway is going to be week 11 for the Iracing Cup Series, and they're going to run 100 laps. It is going to be fast times. It's going to be slick track. It's going to be sunset skies. It's going to be everything. Partly cloudy skies out there as well. 67% humidity on the weather report that we see. 72 degrees on the air temperature. 6-mile-an-hour wind. Didn't really feel that in the car, but we'll see how this one shakes up as it goes. They do have 3 tire changes, 1 fast repair, and they're going to be looking pretty darn fantastic when it comes to how these drivers basically shake and bake their way around this track. That's what I'm saying. 76 degrees on the track temperature at qualifying, as we see a few of the drivers still out there making their rounds, making their times happening. We love it. We appreciate it. And of course, and always, we thank Nashville Super Speedway for being a NASCAR track. Congratulations to Ryan Blaney today on the victory at Pocono. Very cool racetrack. Love that. I love the Long Pond track. I think they're absolutely amazing. But I do like this track as well. Nashville Super Speedway has been it's going to become a staple, I think, when it comes to NASCAR and what and when it comes to. I would like to see more races run at this racetrack every year. I think they only have 1 on the circuit every year so far. So I like to see this racetrack become a bigger part of what the NASCAR circuit is, and be able to do more with it. It's such a unique track, very tire eating. It is a concrete surface. It's 1.3 miles in length. Not quite your cookie cutter, but pretty well in the best of regards when it comes to the racing circuit. Riley, much love to you. I appreciate you being out there on YouTube. Appreciate the chats, folks. Make sure you keep the chats lively and clean, and always in the best regard. We appreciate everybody doing what you got to do. Make sure you guys are out there and supporting all the content creators that not only cover iRacing, but support your favorite content creators out there. If you're out there on Twitch, use some of that Bezos money. If you have it, Prime memberships are free to at least 1 creator, so I encourage you to utilize those. If you want to consider using some channel points, that'd be cool. We have a community goal of 50,000 channel points to be used for the next 29 days, and it would be really awesome to see folks utilize those on Twitch. And outside of that, if you feel like it, you don't have to. It's not required. But there is memberships available, of course, on our YouTube channel. We're going to start releasing videos, private videos, to our members about things like what I do and how I set things up. And if you want to do that, that's going to be available to supporters only. So we appreciate that. Considering a Patreon as well. I have one, but haven't really used it. I've set it up, but I know little about Patreon. So if you folks know anything about Patreon out there, reach out to me. I'd like to know the ins and outs and how to make that work when it comes to our content creation, to be able to give another one source of income for us, but also an opportunity to let the community help support us outside of just what Twitch and all that stuff and YouTube stuff happens. I said it before. At the end of the month, we're going to go back to which will happen in the next couple of weeks. We're going to go back to multi-streaming on Facebook as well, and that'll be the other source of what we've had going on. I stopped streaming on Facebook because of our Facebook. Long story short, I wanted to try just limiting our streams to YouTube and Twitch. We've had some calls to go back to Facebook, but our Facebook account was compromised, and so we had to get that back and go through the due diligence on that. So we did get it back. Everything's fine. Nothing was taken. No. It just basically somebody went in and changed their password and was a little pain in my butt. But outside of that, it is what it is. It is NASCAR Sunday. It is an evening of racing, and we appreciate everybody being out there, of course, doing the best that you can and being the best that you are. We appreciate it. I do. I appreciate you all very much. Man. Oh, at the bottom of your screen, you see the last top 10 from Atlanta and your top 3 in points. It's going to be Cornette, RB Turner, and Andrew Davis. 4 points separate the top 3. There's a tie for the first portion of this right now. So how crazy is that to have a tie this early going? Absolutely amazing to see. Starting grid for this race is going to look as such. Chris Cornette's going to be your pole sitter. They are audio drivers. Going to have RB Turner on the outside pole position. Josh Barr, Andrew Davis going to make it row number 2. Jeremy Daniel, Andrew Scrotenboer is going to be there in row number 3. Aaron Ryan, Justin Zukic are going to be the row number 4. James Beard, Colby Peterson in row number 5. Christian Beauclair and Lee Watts are going to make up row number 6. Row 7 will be Michael Daniels, David Event Jr., and then Zach Thompson, 15 drivers. They had 15 drivers last night in this race with the trucks, and we had 15 drivers tonight. This is going to be a fast race. If it stays green, it's a fast racetrack. It really is. I'm pretty thrilled to see what's going to happen with it. I really am. There it is. There it is. That sunset looks pretty darn cool. And the HDR could be working better. It's really weird that it's looking kind of grainy up there. It happens. Where's it at? That's pit lane 2. There's the pit box there. Did my camera not load? I don't know, folks. Sometimes it happens. Long look at pit road there as the 15 drivers load in. We appreciate everybody out there. Again, consider giving it a like button, hitting that like button out there. It does go a long way to support the stream. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. It helps us let you know when we are live. I think that's the biggest thing that we have is the live platform, race calling and things of that sort. We could appreciate that. Starting grid was presented by AA Gaming. They're going to have a link for us next week about some of the college football stuff on the gaming side of things that they're going to be able to be a part of. So look forward to next week. They are 3 races away, including this one, from crowning a champion. So we've got some championship races coming up over the next couple of weeks. That's going to be absolutely amazing to be able to call. We also have new series starting with all of the tracks out there that we've seen. We are, again, working on sponsorships, working on all kinds of things to be able to continue to press what we're doing. Full-time content creation is I guess, the dream now. And so that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to work on being better and being ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. Pace car is going to lead them around. They only have one pace lap here at Nashville Super Speedway. This is an iconic racetrack that when it got its repaint and came back to the circuit here, has been absolutely fantastic. Gladeville Utility District in the background on the water tower. The NASCAR circuit runs really well here. These cars get snappy free when the tires aren't warmed up. So you'll see some drivers warming up the tires there. It's going to be absolutely a blast, and it's going to be a ton of fun to see what these drivers can do. All right. Out of the corner. They're ready. I'm ready. Let's go. We're Green Flag Racing. Cornette points leader. It's the pole position here. Josh Barr is going to be in tow. Barr to the bottom side, last week's winner. We'll try to push early out of the corner. A lot of things happen. Let's go, Budgie. Much love, Budgie. I appreciate you very much. 88 Cornette down to the bottom side. 1 of 100 being completed. RB Turner out in the mix as well. We're going to give a big special thank you to all the feet, all the folks out there helping us continue to grow and continue to be the best that we can be. These races have really given us a great look at what we've been able to do. Scrotenboer coming off pit roads on the bottom side here. Something happened with the number 40 car. I think he had to run it. I don't think he has anything going on right now. He is just his tires are locked in on the bottom, so he jumps to pit road to see what happened here. I think he had to just reset and do his thing. So what's going on? AlphaNet, how are you doing? Barr in second. Turner's going to be in third. Davis is going to be in fourth. David Ament Jr. just runs the fastest lap of the race, 29.72. Lot pushing out of the corner. A lot of time to be made up for some of the drivers. We'll see what's going to happen here when it comes to this race line. There's a big portion of this racetrack that gives I don't know, just gives a solid foundation these drivers can do. Scorecard coming back on the racetrack. Looked like he had maybe a connection issue, so he's out there. He's going to be a lap down. He does run the fastest lap of the race, 29.69. So he does get himself up into the mix. Parks on the bottom side of me. He might have just had a connection issue. That might have been all that was going on. We'll check the control room and make sure that we don't see anything else happening out there. How about Zukic just running the fastest lap of the race that time by 29.67. We're going to see the tires get back to temperature here, and as they get to temperature, these drivers are going to run faster and faster laps. We'll see some 29.5s, but it's only going to be if those tires just kind of stay underneath them. Chris Cornett, quarter-second lead over Josh Barr as the TV3 cam will be up on the mix. Watch these drivers hit around that turn 2 exit onto the back straightaway. Exit's going to be important. Back straightaway, you're going to put yourself up into that wall, or as close to the wall as you can get. You'll be able to have the turn into the corner. Cornett able to take himself about 2.5 feet off that wall. Looks like 2.5, 3 feet. That's what we were seeing. The big thing is not hitting the wall, which is what we saw back here. See the 22 on the inside of Zukic right there. Zukic got a wall tap on corner exit. There's the 28 of James Beard, finished 10th last week. Will work the inside. Zukic trying to clear the 22 and try to find a little extra ground, a little onboard cam here from the number 2, the little Ford Mustang action, little Freightliner action on top of it as well. All good things. Beauclair in the 32 is going to be up 1. The driver moving the most right now is going to be Aaron Ryan, up 2 spots inside that 5 spot. Number 7, Napa Know-How is the Air Audio driver tonight. Barr just ran a 29.62, closed in 0.2 of a second on the 88 of Chris Cornett. Barr pushing a little bit more. Cornett, the elder in the I rating here, 22.73. RB Turner, 20.75. And putting a little energy into that car. 8 of 100 complete. This time by 9 underway. Seeing what Josh Barr is going to be trying to do here. It's Chris Cornett. Josh Barr behind. A little free, maybe free, and trying to free up the car a little bit. And you're going to hear these drivers downshift. That's not something that's new. It's part of what we see as the iRacing logos reload for the SDK. RB Turner, comfortable back here as well. Good to see RB out there running. Of course, we appreciate all the drivers being awesome. Trying to see why the cache is not loading for SDK, but that's all right. Not a big deal. A little downshift for a couple of drivers. We'll take you out. Look at everybody, and we'll take a look at the Beef Jerky Limited driver cams tonight. As a little on board, a little bit of a. What I like about VR drivers is they got more fortitude than most. How about it? Josh Barr looking to the outside of the 88. Cornett to the bottom side. Battle for the lead as we absolutely give the best on board you got. Aaron Ryan back here in that 7 spot, or that 5 spot in that number 7 car. They're playing catch up here. A little driver gloves, a little Chase Elliott. I think that's a Chase Elliott jersey on. Little merch from the Elliott fam. Appreciate, again, the driver camps. Seeing what these drivers are doing. Or they're just trying to manage the tires, manage the gap. They're going to be able to run about 60 to 65 laps on this circuit. And Colby Peterson back here in the 94. Run a little KC. We're right here from Missouri. I'm not necessarily a Chiefs fan, but it's a good-looking paint scheme nonetheless. Oh, we were missing a driver cam there. Do apologize about that. Missing a couple of driver cams. All right, we're going to fix that. Hold on. Some driver cams got DC'd there for a moment. So we'll fix the driver cams for these drivers. I don't know why they didn't show up there. So apologies once again. Not quite sure. They're just not working. All right, we are green flag racing here. As time progresses, we'll see what these drivers are going to be able to bring to the story. As again, pretty clean race so far. Here is Andrew Davis right there. Again, thank you very much. Apologies about the driver cams not working correctly there. I don't know what happened. They did. They had a snafu. Can't control the internet, right? I can't control the internet. I wish I could. We have some great websites to help us out when it comes to certain things like that. Back at Nashville as they go. And Chris Cornett still out front. How about this top 5 group? All within a blanket here. Jeremy Daniel right behind in that 6 spot. Number 5 car working. Going to push down a loud pedal asylum driver working all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. This again about this this track. You're going to want to save the tires. You're going to want to be able to just manage the gap and manage the race. Right now, Cornett has the top 5 all within tow. Top 6 closing back down. There is Chris Cornett and Jeremy Daniel here in 6. Jeremy Daniel now within a second as David Avent is closing back in as well. So Josh Barr shoots the inside gap on Chris Cornett. Barr and the Toyota Chevy side-by-side battle for the lead here as Cornett will still lead this lap. Not by much, and we'll see if Josh Barr slides the corner and tries to pull the slide job out of the way. Cornett. Oh, man. Cornett with a big run. Oh, Cornett blinks. Hold on to it. Little internet issue there for Chris Cornett. As he'll work the corner. So Josh Barr, Chris Cornett, still running each other very tight. Barr. We'll see Cornett try to make the pass on the outside lane. 35 straight line drives into the bottom side. Is going to drift up just a little bit. 35 is going to have to try to clear here. It's going to be back into the throttle a little faster. And the 88 into the wall. Both drivers into the wall. They both get tight. RB Turner, the 02 to the outside. 33 to the outside with him. Aaron Ryan trying to capitalize on that situation as Josh Barr had to take that one away from the 88. And now the 88, a little free and a little dirty air. Is going to be very slow on the bottom side of that racetrack. Aaron Ryan up 4 spots. David Avent Jr. trying to push his way forward up 7. Aaron Ryan to second. Side by side with RB Turner. RB. Corner exit goes to both drivers. The track awareness for both of these drivers getting into 3. A great job as the 02 will try to drive on the outside. This is where you can get tight on the corner. Ooh, baby. 07. The 7 to the inside. 7 takes second there on that lap. And we'll have to work the corner here to try to push down. Chris Cornett sees Andrew Davis right behind him. Sorry, now right in front of him. 33 of Andrew Davis to 4th, back where he started. We're going to board that driver. Little free. These RB right in front of him. Barr's looking good so far. Pop Bam, I think he is. Good luck to the to everybody out there. Budgie, big hype. Thank you very much. Dan, thank you for becoming a supporter on our Facebook page and support everything that we do across the board. Appreciate our Facebook supporters. Appreciate all of our members on YouTube and all of our subscribers on Twitch. It is how you directly benefit what we're doing. Barr, 6/10 of a second lead as Aaron Ryan tries to close back in. That battle that Josh Barr had, where he and Chris Cornett kind of got into the wall a little bit there. Really showed how tough these cars are. A little right rear damage. Cornett still holding on to fifth here. He is your pole sitter. Going to drive into this track a little bit differently than where the 33 and the 88 are going to be. 88 on corner X, it's going to be pointed differently. Andrew Davis way down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Watch the corner entry here. Going to run a little bit higher and try to drop into the corner right there, back into the throttle. See, he'll hold on to it. Watch RB Turner drop into the corner in turn one. Aaron Ryan closing back down the distance on Joshua Barr. As a 35 will roll up outside lane. Aaron Ryan closing in. Good race line for Aaron Ryan. As the onboard cameras look pretty darn snazzy, in my opinion. Good look at what they've got. Little Nashville chicken. I like it. He's got the 7 in tow. Aaron Ryan, big run on the straightaway here. Checks up the corner. 35 drifts up out of the corner. 7 will be side by side on corner exit. Aaron Ryan will now search for the lead his first lap here. As the run developed into the corner, Barr dropped into the corner, drifted up. 7 all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Aaron Ryan taking over. Barr back to second. Here comes RB Turner. Corner exit, we'll see Davis there almost to the outside of the O2. He is going to be side by side. Andrew Davis downshifts into the corner. Little loud pedal asylum on RB Turner. Andrew Davis on board. Outside lane will be back into the shift. This is where RB can try to defend on corner exit. Davis trying to continue to clear here. We'll have Barr and Turner right in his sights. RB on corner exit will pull right up behind. I think Josh Barr just trying to deliver a good defense here as Aaron Ryan tries to work his way around. Scrudenborg having an issue here. Is going to be on the bottom side of the racetrack one more time. Wonder if he's having some issues with the 88. Chris Cornett going to pull up on the racetrack. Caution will come out here. So he's got a gear issue. So Andrew, right here, he's got a blank issue going on. But when we went on board, go inside that cockpit view here. 5th gear, 4th gear, 3rd gear, 2. He's got an issue going on with the car. I don't know if it's a gearbox or a wheel issue. And you see, it's got a mechanical malfunction happening on that thing. And that's what happens within iRacing sometimes. Now, Chris Cornett just a moment ago will go on board. He got free. Go to the far chase view here. Everybody's going to come to pit road. I almost guarantee that. Here's what happened. And it was a bump from the 5 here. So that's Jeremy Daniel on the outside. So Chris Cornett went to the inside, bounces it off, slides in front of the 5. is back out of the throttle. Nowhere for Jeremy Daniel to go in that regard. And the 88 of Chris Cornett almost gets into the 40 there. So both drivers on the bottom side of the racetrack. Take a look one more time. Good side-by-side battle right there. And was able to get into the corner. He bounced. When I talked about him bouncing it off the bottom side of the racetrack, the 88 comes down, tires below the yellow line there, and then it bounces him up. And the 5's coming down to assume the line. And then the 88, in order to hold that line, has to get out of the throttle. And Jeremy Daniel nowhere to go. So tires and fuel for everybody. And Aaron Ryan try to hold on to the lead. Here's Josh Barr works at Zukic coming off pit road, able to take a little damage, get a little damage fixed on that car. Sits on pit road for about an extra 45 seconds. So no doubt the little technicians were putting a couple pieces of virtual tape on that car. Scrotenbohr back to pit road. Having a mechanical issue. Man, oh man. First caution of the race. Josh Barr is going to be in second. RB Turner is going to be in third. Andrew Davis in fourth. Jeremy Daniel in fifth. And then we'll see David Ament Jr. back here. Ament is going to be 8 spots and is your biggest mover of the race so far. James Beard up 2. Lee Watson going to be up 4 spots. Chris Cornett looking to get back into that first little segment. Try to get himself back up to that number 1 spot. That's where he started. Fast lap for Cornett when it came to qualifying, and then just had a big battle there with Joshua Barr. Got some right rear damage and started dropping backwards. And then, of course, a battle with the 5 puts him down to the grass. So things happen. Iracing controls all the cautions, so if it weren't for Iracing, actually, if it wasn't for the 40, coming back up on the racetrack right there with his mechanical malfunction, there wouldn't have been a caution thrown there. So that's always good to see. He's got something going on with his gears. His gears are. I mean, when you see it flicker through the gears like that, that's it. That's usually something. Either he's got an H pattern shifter, and it's not registering the gear, or depending on what wheel he has, it might be having an issue with the paddle shifters and shifting up and down. So, those things do happen. All right, we are through 33 laps, and we'll be back to a double file restart. Aaron Ryan, your race leader. Davis right behind. David Ament's going to be on the far top of your screen there, but Josh Barr, the 7, got to warm the tires up. And one of the things about this simulator is, in fact, that heating the tires matters, but also keeping them clean, keeping the marbles off. There are marbles on this track. There is debris on this racetrack. Even if it's virtual, the heat from the tires under slow conditions, just like in NASCAR, wants to make the tires feel a little bit more tacky, and it will pick up some of that debris. You got to clean the tires off, make it work. We're going. We're ready. Green flag. Good restart for the 7. Barr holding on. On the outside of the O2, RB Turner in tow. But Clean Air will do some justice for any one of these drivers. RB to second as Aaron Ryan takes over the lead. Just have to manage the tires. It's one of the things you'll see about this one. They can run a lot of laps of these cars, and depending on who might save enough here, I'm not quite sure if they can make it on fuel. But not an impossibility, as there's the 94 of Colby Peterson. And dropping down to the bottom side, 3 of Michael Daniels. But in the 29 paint scheme is the 40 side by side as Justin Sukic up here. But that's the 40 of Scrotenbohr right there. Aaron Ryan out of the corner. RB Turner making this stick. I'm going to refresh Trading Paints one more time there, folks. Because Michael Daniels has the 29 on his paint scheme. It should be the 3 on the car. It's homage to Kevin Harvick, of course. I want to make sure that the paint schemes are loaded in correctly. .702. There's Josh Barr back to third. Davis in tow. So your top for second, third, and fourth, all of those drivers are right where they started. Here's the 22 will be side by side with the 5. 22 trying to work the outside lane. It's going to work early on the tires, but defense is going to be huge. And we'll see if the 5 and the 22 can settle their differences here. There's the 28 of James Beard up high, trying to find a lane here and help the momentum of one of the cars going forward. As the 5 drops up or pulls up in front of the 22, drops down to the corner. And as he is clear, we'll see the 28 get a good run on the back straightaway. James Beard looking to the inside here as they try to work the corner. 22 will be down in front. I'm sorry, down right behind the 5. Jeremy Daniel trying to keep himself off the apron. The 22 under the wall just a little bit there. So the 22 up 8 spots. Get real close to that wall on corner exit. The more you, even with a 0X, even if there's no scrapes on that car, it does play effect, especially that right front, which I can see a little bit of scrape damage on the 22, so we'll see how that's going to work for him. Aaron Ryan holds a 0.2 of a second lead over the 02 as the battle for the lead could heat up here. And Joshua Barr having a save just a little bit. Andrew Davis right behind him. As Davis will look to the inside, we'll see if Barr is on save mode here. Maybe look for a long run to try to make that pass. 33, 35, side by side on corner exit, battle for third, as it would work. Into the corner, trying to manage 35 on corner exit. We'll have a run. Davis still within that striking distance here. And on occasion, yeah, 33 wanted to enter the corner a little bit deeper, so stayed up a little bit higher. 35 tried to turn in early. We watched that happen to the Truck Series last night. When you stay up a little higher, you got that outside lane needs to. He's got to remember to take the time to read what's happening there. David Event gets around the 5 of Jeremy Daniel as the 22 tries to push into the corner just a little bit more. 5 to the bottom as it would work. 5-22 side by side corner exit. Go to the 5 back into the corner. So this battle's still heating up. As now the 28 of James Beard looks ahead and says, y'all need to make up your mind. Ryan and Turner still 1-2 right now as Davis has a 1.6 second deficit. And he's going to have to try to close in for the top 2. Aaron Ryan holding on for everything he's got. Ryan, Turner, Davis, Barr, Daniel. That'll be your top 5 here as Jeremy tries to now get to the inside of the 35. I do believe Andrew Davis, Josh Barr might be saving a little bit here. I talk about that because I talk about the fuel mileage in these cars. It is very possible to go somewhere around 60 to 65 laps on this racetrack. And if the crew chief says, hey, can save enough fuel to make it, you let these guys out here run away. We'll see what Aaron Ryan does here as the lap time still show about a 29.9, 29.97, 29.91 for Andrew Davis on the last lap. Jeremy Daniel ran a 29.83. He is trying to go side by side with a 35, 5.35 side by side for fourth. As the 5 drops through the corner, 35 will run down to the bottom side David Ament Jr. trying to clear, but you'll see Beard all over the back bumper. Good little cluster of cars here, about six, a pack of six. Trying to navigate what's happening here. Joshua Barr up on the high side sees the 22 to the inside. 35 running the outside lane. So a Toyota dropping back. I was looking at what they had when it came to fuel mileage, according to what NASCAR says on their website, between 62 and 68 laps on a 1.3 mile track. We'll see if that's going to hold true, because they came to pit road last time on lap 32. That's 69 laps to run. Sorry, 30. They came out of pit road on lap 31. That's 69 laps to run. That'll be about thinking about saving just a little bit, maybe not too much. Fall off hasn't really been all that much though. About 0.3 of a second. We'll go to the fast laps for all of the drivers. You see it 29.6 for a lot of the drivers in the field. 29.69 for David Ament and James Beard. When it comes to the last time, though, 29.95 for your race leader, 29.96 for RB. Jeremy Daniel ran a 29, so we're running about 0.4 of a second slower than some of the faster laps for some of the drivers. Some drivers off about 0.6 of a second. Josh Barr running 30 flats up there in that 5 spot. David Ament behind. And that's the thing, is that pace is everything when it comes to every one of these drivers, and all of them trying to do what they can. Here is what's going on and what they're driving and what they're doing. As we'll be halfway through this one. We'll take a hydrate break. We'll be right back as these guys go racing here in Nashville. Colby getting some shout outs out there on YouTube. Appreciate everybody out there on Twitch. Thank you guys very much for all the chats and all the support for your drivers. That's what this is about. It's about being a fan of racing and being a fan of what these drivers do. And I talked about Josh Barn. I thought he was saving. Exactly what it looks like is right now he's going to be trying to work over the 5 of Jeremy Daniel. I think in that first run, he might have pushed it just a little bit too hard and had a big battle there. And now, learning from that, he's going to be trying to move forward. Oh, whenever the wall is the 5, just a little bit there. As the sunset skies go to lights on at Nashville Super Speedway. Absolute blast so far for every one of these drivers. We are looking pretty darn snazzy as it works. Every one of these drivers try to do what they can to push into the corner and do more when it comes to just trying to hold on. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that we see out of this one. As Jeremy Daniel in the 5, Aaron Ryan is your race leader. He and RB Turner trying to keep their distance right now. And right now, 0.3 of a second difference here between Aaron Ryan. Josh Barr, about 3 seconds off the pace of where Aaron Ryan is right now, but is back in the mix. He's going to be able to run about 0.2 of a second faster, and that's what I was talking about Josh Barr earlier. He's doing exactly what I thought he was doing. He's just saving it now. Aaron Ryan, half second the distance here. We'll have to try to manage the gap and manage the pace as these drivers go to work. We appreciate all the drivers putting up the driver camps tonight, and that is presented by Beef Jerky Unlimited. Go to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Get yourself a bundle today. I encourage you to do so because I want to give as much back into these fields and what these drivers are doing and all the cool things. They do have the cameras on exciting, so while they're switching around, you're seeing a whole bunch of different drivers passing around. There's the 2, Justin Zukic. Zukic off one from the start of the race. Biggest speed of the race is tied between 2, David Emmett Jr. and the 22 here as we go back to the main screen. Again, thank you to the drivers. Thank you to AA Gaming. Thank you to AR Audio. And, of course, thank you to everybody out there that helps support what we're doing and continue to push. Aaron Ryan up 6 spots. David Emmett Jr. is up 6 as well. It's going to be trying to make the pass here on the 88. Chris Cornett goes back side by side, 22 on corner exit, 88. Big run out of the corner is going to carry speed. That's the momentum you can get up on that second lane as Cornett is trying to close back down. Joshua Barr now 3.5 seconds. I talked about him saving. And now Aaron Ryan might have gotten wind of that. He's pushed a little bit harder here. 3.25 seconds was his last lap. And RB Turner, Josh Barr running 30.40s. As it would be. So the fall off now just under 0.8 of a second for most of the drivers, 62 of 100. As now lap traffic starts to become in. Zach Thompson not racing today. The Ford's car, we saw him racing earlier. There's Andrew Schrodenboer. He had some mechanical issues earlier. He's going to be 3 laps down currently. He's the only driver off the lead lap on the racetrack. But there is Michael Daniels, the 993 I-rated driver, 27 seconds. It's going to be the first driver met by Aaron Ryan here when it comes to what we're seeing. Andrew Davis off the racing surface. Flightways, hold on to it. Oh, caution. Woo! Well, that changed everything. Matt Franks, hey, keep that stuff clean, man. Appreciate you. Please don't. Folks, keep the chats nice and clean. This is supposed to be a show for all the families to be able to watch out there. Not good. Not cool. Here we go. 5 up to the 33. Turns him across his nose. So Jeremy Daniel gets up into the 33 there. And oof. Narrowly missed by a couple of drivers there. Go back just a little bit here and back this up here just a touch. Up to run him tight. Yeah, no. Left rear hooked him. Well, All that tire saving. RB Turner will win the race off pit road in front of Aaron Ryan. We'll see if clean air will do some justice for Turner. Aaron Ryan, everybody taking tires and fuel, they're going to be there. All right, folks, because of the comments that are happening on chat, I don't want that popping up on the screen. I don't want anything inappropriate popping up on the screen for the families and for our sponsors and for everybody else out there, for the drivers. So make sure you keep it clean. I appreciate it. Was going through that. I deleted a message out there. Don't do it. RB Turner, Aaron Ryan, Joshua Barr's going to be your top 3. James Beard, Jeremy Daniel, your top 5. David Witt Jr. is going to be in 6th. Justin Zukic in 7th. Colby Peterson, Andrew Davis, Chris Cordett's going to be your top 10. Christian Beauclair is going to be there in 11th. Michael Daniels in 12th. Lee Watson in 13th. Andrew able to get one of his laps back is, I thought was going to get one of his laps back, and I take that back. I do believe Lee Watson is going to be right here. Scrotenbohr should have been the lucky dog there. Try to see if he came out on 61. So that was prior to the caution, so he did not get his lap back. Cautions, pull your strat. You were saving tires, man. I saw you saving tires. I appreciate some good feedback out there, but we did see the long run race pace try to play out there. Fuel is going to be a concern. I like those things. Now it's going to be go time. I talked about how the tires are going to manage, and we're going to be just under 35 laps to go here, completing lap 67 as we speak. 0270, 35, 28, 5 is going to be your top 5 on the restart. Colby Peterson up into 8th. Justin Zukic here up 1 again. Chris Cornett still working on trying to get himself forward here. The 2273 I-rated driver has got a car that can be fast here. But early struggles and early hard racing has put him right where he's at. Andrew Davis sits in 9th. We'll see how it goes. A couple of drivers get a little damage repaired. I think Chris Cornett was one of the drivers getting a little bit of damage taken care of. So did Beauclair. So did Michael Daniels. So did Lee Watson. We're green. RB catches him sleeping. Bart is 2nd. Aaron Ryan led the back half of this race. Now we'll have Jeremy Daniel inside. Aaron Ryan, 5 up to the 7. Gotta hold on to it here. There's still enough time here. 32 laps to go. There's still enough time in this racetrack as the 5 drops down. 7 will side draft here. Jeremy Daniel on full send mode here. But you got to remember, Aaron Ryan, free off cornerback here. Beauclair on the bottom side, 32. He's going to get up in the race line here. Have to drop in again. Christian off 2 from the start of the race. RB out front. Joshua Barr to 2nd. Aaron Ryan to 3rd. Will be 30 laps to go next time by as the 02 works on a James Beard up 3. Side by side with a 2 of Justin Zukic. 2 clears up. A little wall tap back there for the 28 of Beard. Finished 10th last week. RB Turner, Joshua Barr, Colby Peterson back here having a little bit of a fallback. Chris Cornette continues to push ahead. He and Lee Watson here will have a side-by-side battle here for 10th. RB Turner out of the corner. Barr's going to be second. Wall tap back there for Andrew Davis just a little bit. Going to be fine, though, as they try to push. Barr just ran the fastest lap of the race, 29.56. 29.59 for the 7 behind. Turner ran a 29.65, and we'll have to see if he's going to be able to stretch this one out and try to continue to hold on to that lead. A little clean air goes a long way. Dirty air makes it tough to pass if you're level, but, oh, man. Jeremy Daniel, a hard wall hit there with the 2 behind him. The 2 up to run him high. 5 drops into the corner. We'll see if the 5 going to give him a little bump draft into the corner. That's what we were seeing out of this race line. You see the 2 drop in just a little bit more cleanly. RB Turner, 29.54, fastest lap of the race. His Barr ran a 29.55 now. These 2 are running very hard. Aaron Ryan has enough laps to be able to draw them back. It's one of the things you got to consider is that there's still a long enough run here. The 30-lap run is what Aaron Ryan needed earlier to be able to just kind of manage the gap and get himself back in tow. Chris Cornette just ran a 29.57. There's still a lot of laps left of this race. Still 1 tire change left for the drivers. RB Turner, 3/4 of a second here as Joshua Barr tries to push the pace and play catch up here. 29.83. Aaron Ryan closing in 29.70. Drivers running the fastest laps of their race. Current succession. Zukic is going to be in 4th. Jeremy Daniel in 5th. James Beard is going to be in 6th. Andrew Davis in 7th. Davis to the inside as the 88 of Cornette tries to close back in. Good battle here side by side as you see the 22 cross over the 88. He's got right front nose damage here. Andrew Davis trying to go to 5th here as the 28. Go to 6th here as James Beard tries to close in. 22 across the nose of the 88. He's trying to make some frenemies here. He is trying to get himself whatever spot he can gain. And he's not giving himself any due diligence on this racetrack. David Event Jr. That man trying to push the boundaries of where his car is going to be. Beard able to escape away from that. The 22 almost turned across the nose of the 88, cleared himself. And Chris Cornette, we go back and try to track that down. RB Turner, 25 laps to go. Josh Barr in tow, 9/10 of a second difference here as Turner looks to try to carry him some more. Aaron Ryan in 3rd is right behind Josh Barr. Zukic, Jeremy Daniel, Andrew Davis. Andrew Davis needs at 4 position points between he and Chris Cornette to try to close down some of that pace. Some of those points that he's missing. Leading laps is important, but of course, it always getting the best finish possible and knowing where you stand because they only have 3 races left this season. Little blink there. Cornette leads in points over RB Turner by a technical time, by a technical win, but RB with 22 to go this time by. Trying to hold on. A win here big for him. 02-35 back here in tow. Going to drop in a full second the distance here. Is Aaron Ryan just ran a 29.83, 29.68 last time by for Josh Barr. Is RB Turner ran a 29.71, so only 3/100ths of a second the distance here. RB, 21 to go. Trying to manage the gap from a second to 2/10. We're seeing those top 3 close in. Aaron Ryan dropping into the corner bottom side, able to have a top 3 night. Led majority of that second half of the race, and now with a caution coming out, had a good lead. Now having to work his way back forward. Jeremy Daniel in fifth. Andrew Davis is going to be in sixth. Davis to Beard. Beard up two. Oh, 2:35 and the 7 of Aaron Ryan. Aaron Ryan up 4. Justin Zukic in position here to try to close in. So Barr and Ryan about 0.2 of a second off of each other. Josh Barr still trying to close in that 1 second gap. Turner trying to just manage the gap. It'll be 18 laps to go. 7 up 4. Zukic is going to be up 4. Jeremy Daniel right where he started in 5th. Andrew Davis to the inside. Battle for 5th is here as Davis tries to clear where the 5 was at again. And Chris Cornette has James Beard to his outside. As now the corners will be backed up. 5 down. 5 down to run. It's going to be down by the 5. Tell you what, that was almost the same thing that happened again. So Andrew Davis tried to clear the 5 as quickly as possible there. Get himself moving forward. We'll have 17 laps to try to close it back down. Chris Cornette doing exactly the same thing. James Beard up 1. David Ament Jr. is going to be up 5. 22, your biggest move of the race. Colby Peterson back to 10th where he started. Has the 40 of Scrodenborg, who's going to be 3 laps down still. 16 laps to go. Opportunity knocking for the 94 to grab another spot here. And right now has the 40. Kind of closing the door for him. But the 94 needs to get around the 40. Colby Peterson. RB Turner, 7/10 of a second. Barr closing back in. Aaron Ryan's going to be in 3rd. We'll see how this one plays out. 15 laps to go. Top 3 closing back within. And I talk about Chris Cornette, Andrew Davis side by side. I talk about points. Cornette needs this one to be able to take over the lead from RB Turner. Cornette goes to the inside. 33 up high. Corner exit. And now Jeremy Daniel back side by side with the 33 once again. The 33 will roll the inside lane. The 5 will roll the inside lane. 33 to the outside. 33 trying to carry him the pace. 14 laps to go. As Chris Cornette drives around. Didn't have the car all night. Now turning it on late with 14 laps to go. Trying to save and do what he can. Zukic is going to be the driver he's got to see next. Colby Peterson still within a battle here. Trying to get to the inside of the 22. 40 got around the 22. The 94 will work that high lane to the double lot right there. Colby giving the lane to Lee Watson. Just a bad entry for Colby. He's good though. Needs to get himself moving in the right direction here. Lee Watson will now try to go after David Ament. James Beard side by side with the 33. Beard taking over 7th here as Andrew Davis try to rack up 12 more laps. 0.3 of a second is now the gap for the lead. As RB Turner, Joshua Barr, and Aaron Ryan, your top 3. Closing the distance. Zukic, 2.8 second difference here as Chris Cornette tries to track them all down. Cornette 1.4 back from the driver ahead of he. .3 into the corner from Zukic. 88 is getting blink there for the 88. 88's had connection issues throughout the night. 0-2 closing it in. Joshua Barr. Trying to go back-to-back wins in the series here. 3 races left of the season. This season's done here in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. Looking at the schedule here. Your next race will be in Charlotte Motor Speedway. They've got a championship race at Texas Motor Speedway coming up on the 28th of July. And a great series, great run. Good, appreciate it. Joshua Barr now there. Aaron Ryan trying to do more here. 9 laps to go. RB Turner trying to hold off the lead. In contention for a championship here, would be taking over the lead. Now the pole sitter is Chris Cornett, did lead a lap. And RB Turner, where he sits right now, got a couple of position points over Chris Cornett for the championship. So the 0-2 having to manage. Josh Barr trying to manage behind. RB Turner in the 0-2, 2075 on the I rating. Josh Barr, 1730. A class 2.13 on the safety rating. Aaron Ryan, 1891, 262. Chris Cornett, 2273. A class 132. Very close to. He's a bad official away from losing that A license. Josh Barr, same situation. We get that same. Blink in there, and Zukic tries to make the outside line work. Chris Cornett to 4th. Jeremy Daniel right behind. James Beard's going to be in 7th. We're 7 laps to go. RB Turner has the 35 on the back bumper. 0-2 to the bottom side. 35 trying to wrap the outside lane, trying to carry him off the corner. 0-2 points the car. Better 1 and 2 for RB Turner. Zukic, Daniel back to the inside. Jeremy Daniel, 1649 has the 1635. All right, Daniel 1635 has the 1649 to his outside. James Beard 1745 on the I rating, putting himself down. 5 laps to go. These drivers have still got little battles all across the racetrack. 5 laps to go here. As RB Turner out of the corner, trying to hold off the dirty air of try to put dirty air where the 35 is. The draft is big, but this is, again, when I talk about a tire-eating track and trying to play catch-up here, clean air is invaluable. Right now, the run off the corner. We'll see Josh Barr all the way down to the grass there, trying to utilize all of the racetrack to get into the corner. But again, see back into the throttle, 0-2 on corner exit. We'll see the 35 trying to push. 0-2 sees the 35, 4 laps to go. We'll see what RB does here. Heavy into the brakes. 0.2 of a second difference here as the 35 gets down to the bottom of the apron. 0-2 up near the wall. Side by side. 35 all the way to the bottom side of the corner. And Josh Barr will utilize all of the racetrack as RB will get right back to the back bumper here. So Barr takes over the lead, 3 laps to go. And you know RB Turner's not done with this one yet. We'll see if he can manage where the corner's going to be. Corner exit, 0-2, back to the inside. 35 across the nose, splits the seam. 2 laps to go to the battle for the lead. 0-2 on the braking zone, does not get into the corner. Josh Barr takes the line away from him, so he's going to pull away from RB Turner. That was not the entry that RB Turner needed. And Chris Cornett closing down is going to negate all the points that, if he can get to Aaron Ryan, it's going to negate all the points that RB had. It'll be it. White flag waves. Final lap here at Nashville as Joshua Barr and RB Turner. Aaron Ryan sits in 3rd. Chris Cornett, Jeremy Daniel, your top 5. James Beard, Justin Zukic holding on. So Ryan coming back after a little break. Led a bunch of laps here. Definitely needed the speed. But Josh Barr coming home back-to-back weeks. Well, back-to-back wins here in Nashville. RB Turner sits in second. Barr using up the drivers here, and Aaron Ryan will be in third. Drivers going to be finishing up. Big special thank you to Iracing and all the platforms out there. Big special thank you to the drivers. We'll make sure that we continue to showcase the coverage. We'll talk to the drivers after this, as the race information will fill up and do their thing. Will burn it down. Here's your race results. Thank you to AA Gaming and, of course, AR Audio for being on board with the Amp Racing Cup Series. Josh Barr is going to be your winner back-to-back weeks. RB Turner second here. And Aaron Ryan will be third. Chris Cornett, Jeremy Daniel, your top 5. James Beard, Justin Zukic, Andrew Davis, Lee Watson, Colby Peterson, your top 10. David Ament Jr. is going to be in 11th. Christian Beauclair, Michael Daniel, and Andrew Scrotenborg is going to be all the way through 14th. Thompson not able to jump into the race. Andrew, 3 laps down, battling with some malfunctioning stuff. Colby Peterson did a great job. He finished in 10th. I saw the shout-outs out there for Colby. I appreciate all that. I appreciate you guys being a chat. Remember, folks, this is a family show. This isn't supposed to be about I want you guys to root your drivers on, and I want you folks to be able to be out there. But remember that the chats are reviewable. I do keep all the chats, and it don't be a problem out there for these drivers, and don't be a problem out there for all the folks out there coming here to watch these folks. It's not okay. It's not okay to post things like that, and some of the stuff that we had to delete. So, but definitely root your drivers on. That's what I'll say about it. We're going to talk to him, though. We're going to talk to race winner Josh Barr. Comes home in victory lane back-to-back weeks. And had a long-run race pace. We were talking about it earlier when it came to when the first caution came out. I thought you were saving. I thought you were just kind of backing up the corner because fuel might have been a concern and just saving the tires to be able to have that long run. The caution comes out. It's all about just trying to keep yourself in the pace. Congratulations on the victory here. Walk me through the race.
Well, starting out, I was like, got the good run, was going through, getting to the lead, and battling Chris that first, before that caution came out. Aaron and everybody just started catching us. I was like, I burnt my stuff up. So we came back out after that first caution, and you called it. I mean, I was saving tires. Fell back to like 6th, and got up to 3rd when that caution came out. And then after that, it was just, had to go. And then I saw Aaron was I thought he was saving tires, but he said that he burned his stuff up early. So after that, it was just try to save my tires and keep pace with Turner. And then last 10 laps, just had to push. I mean, I rode him. I tried, riding his back bumper as hard as I could to make him push, burn his stuff up. But it took a dive bomb to the bottom of the racetrack to get by him. He was that hard to pass.
I talk about this track being tough to pass. It's one of the things about Nashville that I like so much is that if you can get a long green flag run, it's about what the driver can do. And today, I talk about it was 3-4 laps to go. I talked about how you had to run all the way from the top side of the racetrack all the way to the bottom. You did it 2 laps in a row. You had to be by the grass, and I think RB was starting to see that. And that last pass. When you finally got by him, just caught the corner at a perfect time.
Yeah, I was able to get to the gas before he was able to get to the gas, and that helped me get alongside him. He tried to block, and I didn't think he'd think I'd go back down there, and I went back down there.
It's the way it goes. Hey, I know you got some folks out there in chat. Real quick, I'm going to send you screen capture of here in a minute about some chat. So I don't know if you know them. If you don't know them, then on you. But I just want to make sure that you see some stuff. But outside of that, great race, man. Fantastic run. It was. This is a track that I like a lot, and 100 laps is enough for you guys to showcase the skill. Congratulations, back-to-back weeks, back-to-back wins. Give your shout-outs.
Yeah. Shout out to the wife and kids for letting me race tonight. And the Amp Racing League. And other than that, it was a great win. Hopefully, this will help me get in the top 4 for championship race in 3 weeks.
It's going to be fun. We got where are we at again? I said it earlier. Charlotte next week. That's going to be fun. Going to be a great time to see what's going to be coming of next week, and if not, then you got to go back to back to back. I think that'd be interesting. Do you think you'd three-peat?
It's gonna be hard. I mean, if I do, I'll pull a Joseph from the beginning of the season when he came in. He ran 3 in a row.
Rahal was fast. Y'all are fast. Everybody out here had a good race. There's little battles everywhere. Josh, much love, man. Congratulations. It was a ton of fun to watch.
I appreciate it.
It's Josh Barr coming home in victory lane. RB Turner comes home second, trying to get that regular season championship here. RB, tell me about it, man. You had a good race, and then at the end, Josh talked about it. He had to use you up a little bit to get by you.
He did too. I was so disappointed, but man, that one got away from me. That sucks.
What did you need? I mean, he had to go all the way. He had to utilize all of the racetrack to make the pass, and I talk about the bottom lane of this track, and you don't want to necessarily utilize all the way to the white line because you'll burn up more of your racetracks, more of your tires trying to navigate the very bottom of this racetrack, trying to switch from the asphalt to the pavement, and then putting air underneath your car. Over the course of a long race, it does more damage, but when you get to the point where you're even, sometimes you got to utilize all the tricks of the trade to be able to do that. He talked about, you were tough to pass, and I think this track showed up just as much as what it was.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately I just burned my stuff up. I don't know if I started off too hard or what, but when he got by me, I for a second I thought I was going to try to get by him, try to get back by him even. It just didn't work out, and he just drove away. Kudos to him. He was able to save better than I could.
Brother, it was a good race, and this wall was always a ton of fun to be able to watch you guys get out here and take care of the you guys took care of business. I know you're battling for points. You were tied coming in with Cornette in this one. You got the pole position. Every position point matters here when it comes to everything that's happened. What's the mindset going forward to be in the top 4 for the final?
Just finish. A night like tonight would be okay. I'm looking for a top 5. I don't know how big of a lead I have on 5th place, but to be in the top 4, I think my goal coming into this race was to have to do as little as possible next week. You know what I mean? I don't want to go into next week all stressed out, like, am I gonna make it or not? I'm not guaranteed. I know that, but I think if I show up and I can just have a decent run, then I should be good.
All you're asking for. RB, much love, man. Congratulations on the finish tonight. It was a ton of fun to watch. Give a shout outs, brother.
Appreciate it. I want to shout out to my mom and my dad, my teammate Jeremy, Russ, Christina, Taylor, and thank you to you for all the hard work that you do. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. RB, we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Turner comes home P2, and P3 coming back from having a little bit of time off, Mr. Aaron Ryan. Tell me about your race, man. I thought you were saving for that run at the end, similar to what Josh was doing. Walk me through the race. Walk me through what was going on. That was it was a fun run to watch.
So all three of my stints felt like completely different. First one, my car felt okay, kind of in place. Second one, my car felt perfect. And then on the third, I got a bad start, kind of hit the panic button a little bit and then just take it easy. Like I was trying to rush my way back to stay with the leaders. And especially I think I was trying to get around Daniel there,
Mhm.
Jeremy. And I was just like, I mean, I was diving on the inside trying to get past him just so I wouldn't lose time. And I burned my stuff up. And then once I was behind bar, I was trying to save as much as I can, kind of hanging in the draft and hanging in his line. And by the time he stopped saving, he was gone. And I was just like, all right, well, let's just get in a groove, stay consistent. We'll solidify third. Um, we'll try to keep the streak going of only one finish outside of the top three.
Yeah.
But yeah, I came in to the race on a pretty loose setup. Um, and I was kind of gambling it a little bit since I knew we were going to transition tonight. And on the second one, it was perfect. I think I messed it up on the third stint because my car felt amazing, but once I burned them up, they were gone.
One of the big, I call it the big picture of this racetrack is you have to manage racing hard, being side by side. You know, the more that you put the downforce on the back of the car, the more you burn the right rear off, which makes it turn terrible in the back portion of the racetrack and the back portion of the run. But you were starting to pull away from RB by a good margin, managing when you were out front. Caution comes out. What's the thought process in that? I know what it would feel like for me, but you gotta walk me through that scenario.
I mean, I was kind of upset at first because I was like, man, I've been battling with him and I'm just starting to get a few tenths here and there, and he's finally starting to like separate just a little bit. And then I'm watching in my rearview mirror, and I think twice coming out of four, I saw him get a little wiggly, and I gained another tenth, and it was just slowly separating. Caution came out, and I was like, oh, come on, all right, okay, Uh, let's just go and get new tires, and we'll just start there. And then I was like, it's not, don't speed, don't speed, don't speed,
Mhm.
and he must have like flew into his pit stop perfectly because I thought I was pretty fast getting in there, but because I was maybe half a car length ahead of him. And then coming out of the pits, he was a full car length ahead of me. And I was like, oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll start from here. And I'm not the best at starting second on the front row. It's not one of my skills. But
Total
um,
pit stop time separated by 1.4 seconds is what it was. So that was the
I do think I might have put too much gas in the car.
possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Folks, here's a little trick of the trade well out there. Make sure you turn off your windshield tear off. That saves you a couple of tenths of a second. And make sure you only put enough fuel in to make it to the end. That's kind of the way it is. So you can save enough fuel for a green, white, checkered under clutch or under caution. So by running a higher gear, that's just as much as what you can see. But execution on pit road has to be perfect. Is still regardless of what you do. So and always flirt with the limit of the racetrack. Flirt with the limit of the what iRacing will allow you to do. And there's a lot of things you can get away with, that's for sure. But tonight, P3 finish, it's still a good race. You still like you should be proud of.
Oh,
of the
I'm very
battles.
happy about it. I had a ton of fun. I was racing Jeremy hard early on. We're door to door a few times. He pinched me down, and then I pinched him down. And I mean, it was hard racing. I was enjoying it. Or a few times where I was getting pretty close to coming up on some of the turns where people in front of me were backing them up, and I was right behind them. I mean, it was a fun race. I enjoyed it. Even I'm happy with P3.
I would be too after tonight's race. A couple of cautions, it just felt like a level playing field, and you guys were able to get there and drive. All right, Aaron, give you shout outs, man. Congratulations on the P3 finish.
Again, every race, I think Andrew Davis putting the league together and working with me, Zook, uh, Andrew, and Metal, just trying to improve as much as we can. I want to thank Nicole for always getting excited about my race, and even though she might not understand it all, supports me with it. And then thank you for streaming it each week. I love going back and watching. It's always so much fun. It's completely different watching you commentate it versus me like locked in the race and not even listening to my teammates really. But
That's well, you
but
finished ahead of your teammates, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
I mean, let's 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 not poke the bear there. All right, Aaron, much love, man. Congratulations, Charlotte next week. Texas after that. First season about to get wrapped up. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, brother. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Aaron Ryan, P3 finished tonight, and phenomenal race by all the drivers. It was a good time and a great opportunity to see these drivers get out there. Back-to-back weeks for back-to-back wins for Josh Barr, and phenomenal run. Thank you to everybody out there for being, the best that you can be, and thank you for being a part of the platform. We appreciate each and every one of you really tuning in and knocking it out of the park. Please remember that our platform is always about family. It's always about making sure that we take care of the drivers, take care of making this a safe platform for people to be a part of. I do not tolerate trolling the drivers, trolling me. It's just not good. It's especially with this day and age and everything going on. You never know what people are going through. And some things are appropriate to chat about, rooting your drivers on. I love it. Being a fan, I love it. Sometimes we call out drivers for things that happen on the racetrack, and we do it. But just remember that this series is a great series. These races are great races. These drivers are great drivers, and we want you to cheer them on, but we don't want you to get out there and be, we saw it earlier. We saw a couple of chats. So please make sure that you get out there and take care of it. Be good, be safe, be kind of another. Much love, Budgie. I appreciate you. It's going to be a good time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.